Live. The live button has been pushed.
So it should be 20 minutes before.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
Gosh. Pretty much.
So.
Yeah. I'm going to pop out the chat.
Pop out the chat. Pop it. Huh?
Yeah.
Like
Classic.
that,
Classic.
like that song.
Like
From
that
Salt
one
and Pepper?
song.
That classic song by Reo Speedwagon.
Reo Speedwagon. I love it.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
I like how Quick Phil name a band. I went through that process in my head. Quick Phil name a random band. The first one that popped in my head was Reo Speedwagon.
That's good.
I don't think I can name an Reo Speedwagon song.
I'm
Take it on the
gonna
run?
keep on loving you.
Oh, is that Reo Speedwagon?
That's the
Okay.
only Reo
Take it on the
Speedwagon song.
run, baby.
Oh, that's another
Oh, is
one.
that them?
Yeah, look at
Okay,
that. Okay.
So they're one of those
Speedwagon.
bands that I know every one of their songs, but I have no idea the
But
names
you have
of
no
any of
idea
those
they're Reo
songs
Speedwagon songs?
or the artist. Yeah.
He didn't have
man.
original
Didn't have
hits
the
by the
radio
original
work.
artists LP.
Oh
There.
man,
LP.
I just listened to the Kidz Bop versions of all those songs.
Do they have a
so-
Kidz Bop Kidz Bop 80s?
Oh,
like-
I'm sure.
They have to,
Did
right?
you guys
I
not
am
have the mini pops?
The what?
No,
You
it's
didn't-
the same. It's the same thing though.
Okay, but
Yeah. We've
Is
talked
that the
about that on the
Canadian?
show.
but you're
That's
saying
the
like
Canadian
the
version?
80s version, like so you didn't the Kidz Bop didn't exist in the 80s?
Oh no, it didn't.
Oh, see,
No.
the mini pops was around in the 80s.
Okay.
Kids. Oh, I'm
They
sorry,
have to have
Internet.
done like an 80s cover album, right? Like it has to have happened.
I'm sorry, Google. It's KIDZ.
Z, right?
As I'm
Extreme.
looking up Kidz Bop, it's with a Z. Kidz Bop 2001. Kidz Bop apparently started. Yeah, that's.
Yeah.
I
So
figured
way
it was
past
at-
the time you guys needed to be listening to them.
I figured it was at least a 90s thing.
I feel
Um,
sorry for you guys that you didn't experience the mini
The
pops.
90s is 20 years ago. 90s feels so
90s
far
is-
away.
Yeah, but I mean,
30
like
years ago.
the concept, the idea of Kidz Bop feels very 90s.
Yeah.
You know?
What were
I'm here to tell you, it's 80s.
We were watching while you were sleeping last night because that's a good movie, and it's 25
creepy
years
title.
old. It came out in 95.
Yeah.
Mario Speedwagon.
So
I think our
So
chat
if-
is way behind.
They are.
So if the Wikipedia entry for Kidz Bop is correct,
Uh-huh.
it does not look like they have produced any like Kidz Bop
80s.
80s. No, they have Kids.
Bad.
They have the original Kidz Bop,
Yeah.
Kidz Bop 2.
Well, are we going to
Then-
name all the Kids Bop?
So,
Well,
but
no, and
do
they
they
are-
not
they-
say somewhere on the Wikipedia that it's just a ripoff of the mini pops from 1983?
Well,
I don't know,
Come on,
Okay.
man.
but they go all the way up to Kidz Bop 40, which came
Mhm.
out last November, 2019.
pre-COVID, in pre-COVID times.
Yes. And the next Kidz Bop, which oh my gosh, after almost a year of no new Kidz Bop album, we are getting a new Kidz Bop album on October 23rd. But
Maybe it'll be like a 2-volume set, like Guns N'
Here's-
Roses Use Your
here's
Illusion.
where it gets mind blowing,
too.
because after 40 volumes of Kidz Bop, they decided we got to change this up. So the next Kidz Bop album is not Kidz Bop 41,
Uh-huh.
it's Kidz Bop 2021.
Oh,
So-
2K21.
Yeah, so they're going the
Yeah.
presumably annual release route for Kidz Bop. So please
Look
look
forward
forward to it.
Yeah.
Apparently,
to it.
Zendaya performed on a Kidz Bop album.
Okay.
So there you go. She's famous. She's well known these
Welcome
days.
to the Player One Podcast, your one-stop shop for Kidz Bop trivia
Yep.
Yeah.
that
Who
we
wouldn't
just
wanna-
Your one-stop Kidz Bop
Found.
stop.
that we're finding in real time on Wikipedia.
Yeah.
Yep. Oh, there's a criticism section on this
Oh, no.
Wikipedia page. So please, if you want to find all about the the controversy in which Kidz Bop has found itself.
Mini Pops
Yeah.
did that first too.
Have controversy?
Yeah, well, there was because one of the songs that they covered was 9 to 5, and
Okay.
I think there's a line in that song where it's like "Nighttime is the right time we make love,"
Oh,
and like the Mini Pops was a British. Were on television in the UK in Channel 4
Sure.
first, I think, and so they did videos that were kind of just kids playing out the videos for these songs.
okay.
And so I believe the one who sang, I think it was that song, was actually in like a nightgown.
Oh no.
So, and they were all made up with a lot of makeup, and so there was a little bit of controversy around them
Right.
singing in a very adult
This
lyrics.
it seems
Adult
like
lyrics from 1983.
it seems like Kidz Bop has the
There was
same
no WAP going on in 1983.
The same kinds of
same
things,
criticism. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. They censor language but
Shock.
not content.
Shocker. Yeah.
And
Yes.
an associate professor of media studies at the University of Colorado has called Kidz Bop, quote, an abomination.
I remember because my kids did listen to these albums, and they
Yeah.
did a cover of "Get Lucky." Is it called?
Yeah.
William.
Punk.
The Reo Speedwagon song?
Or,
Daft Punk. Yeah, it was Daft Punk.
Yeah.
But I mean, they changed the lyrics a little bit.
Okay.
But I mean, the song's about getting lucky,
We're up all night to have fun or whatever. Yeah.
and they kept saying "getting lucky," and it's like, well, wait a minute. It's not, I don't think.
Relax. They're talking about gambling.
Yeah,
relax. Right. It's gambling.
spending money on loot boxes. And
They're
that's
Getting
They're
lucky.
just-
See,
Getting lucky on Victory
we started
Royale.
at Kidz Bop. We went
Yeah.
to over sexualizing children, and now we're back to video games.
There it is.
Getting lucky on Victory Royales.
That's how
There
we
you
do
go.
it here.
Oh, they're just at
That's
the
what you
craps
come to Player
table
One podcast for.
shooting some crap, rolling them bones.
Rolling them bones.
You know how it is. Kids love.
It's Halloween month.
It is.
Hello and welcome to episode 727 of the Player One podcast for Tuesday, October 13th, 2020. I am your host, Chris Johnston, and with me as always from Canada, happy Thanksgiving, is Mr. Greg Seward.
Happy real Thanksgiving.
Oh, is it Canadian Thanksgiving?
It is.
Oh my gosh. Is it today?
Yes.
Today.
Okay.
I had
I'm
turkey leftovers for lunch.
Uh-huh.
I had a bit of turkey tonight for dinner, and tomorrow we're having our Thanksgiving dinner.
So wait,
Turkey.
when's the actual
Nice.
Thanksgiving?
It's today, I believe.
So how are you having leftovers on the actual day of? What did you have? What did you have? Did you
Why
have
not?
Canadian Thanksgiving Eve?
friends who made Thanksgiving dinner yesterday.
Oh,
Just
okay.
Sort of do it, when they can.
Wow.
And I was over at their place this morning, and they
Okay.
had leftovers. And they're like, "You want to stay for lunch?" I was like, "Yes."
Okay.
Why not?
Huh.
And we're doing our
Absolutely.
dinner tomorrow.
There you go.
Okay. So it's not a real hard fast date. You guys
Well,
kind
Phil,
of fluctuate.
I got to tell
yeah?
you,
They celebrate
When-
the
when
entire
you're-
month of October.
when you have kids, and you're
Right.
divorced,
Uh-huh.
there's no real hard fast date for stuff like that anymore. You kind of fit it in where you can.
Kind of
Okay.
happens whenever you can
Fair
fit that in.
enough. Does that make tomorrow Canadian Black Friday?
No.
But on a Monday?
No, loving, lucky. I don't even know the word I'm looking for.
Are you
I love the
reading
fact
that?
that we celebrate
Yeah.
Black Friday.
On the s-
Celebrate. We
Yeah,
deal with
celebrate,
Black Friday.
yeah.
They have Black Friday sales up here at the same time you do.
Okay,
Yeah,
okay.
and
So
I hate it.
Black Friday is more of a world holiday, a world celebration.
North American.
The
maybe.
world celebrates with America.
Yeah. Yeah.
And joining me from the great state of Washington, Mr. Phil Theobald.
So I would imagine, and this is the part I'm trying to wrap my head around,
Yeah.
you guys probably just call it
I
Thanksgiving,
think,
don't you?
I think we talk about this every
You
year.
don't
I'm
call
sure
it
we
Canadian
do.
Thanksgiving?
You just call it Thanksgiving.
Yeah, we just.
It's
call
not
it
you don't
Thanksgiving.
just say,
Hmm.
"Hey, we're having Canadian Thanksgiving dinner.
Why
Come
would
on
we
over."
Say that.
Because you're Canadian.
But-
And
but-
I would
but you're-
imagine you would preface everything with that.
No.
I'm going to go to the Canadian grocery store to pick up some Canadian,
market.
bacon.
There we go.
I know that's a thing,
Yeah.
but that's
With some
that's-
Canada Dry.
yep.
Small dressed chips.
Ketchup chips.
Ketchup
Ketchup
chips.
chips. Absolutely.
Yeah, there you
Ketchup
go.
chips. And I'm sure we have this
Fried
conversation
pepperoni.
every year as well.
Why do we? What is it celebrating?
No, because I don't care. I mean, let's be honest. I don't care about any of this. I can't even say I care about U.S. Thanksgiving, but is your because our Thanksgiving is always on a Thursday.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is
So you go
yours
shopping
always
on
on-
Friday.
Yeah, is yours always on Sunday?
Second Monday of October, and I just had to go look that up. It's always the second Monday in October.
Second Monday of October, but you said it was today, which is Sunday.
You know what? Yeah. Well,
What is going on up there?
it's
Fix
Thanksgiving
your
weekend.
calendars,
Like I told
Canada.
you, I don't pay attention. I don't listen. My
Oh,
life
goodness.
and celebration of holidays at this point is dictated by a divorce agreement. Okay? So it happens when it happens.
It happens when it happens.
As long as we get sometime in the autumn, if we can
Yeah.
sneak it in pre-Halloween, we're doing okay.
Yes.
Up here on Canadian Halloween. I'm sorry.
Canadian Halloween.
On January 31st, 1957, the Governor General of Canada, Vincent Massey, issued a proclamation stating a day of general thanksgiving to Almighty God for the bountiful harvest
Whoa.
with which Canada has been blessed to
Wow.
be observed on the second Monday in October.
Well, all right then.
And 365 days from now, I will look that up again.
We'll talk about it again.
I'll ask these same questions.
Yeah.
Canadian
Really a
Christmas?
Thanksgiving tradition.
Canadian Christmas, is that on the same day?
It's 2 months earlier.
Was our what day was your Lord and Savior born on, Greg?
That's a good question. Good question.
Jesus was born
When
3
was
months
Suzuki
early up
born?
here. You know what, with the time zones and all. Don't know.
Oh,
Don't know why my stereotypical Canadian became a extra from Raising Arizona, but
it happened.
he surely did.
Hey, should we talk
Yeah?
about some video game stuff? I think we should.
Can't think of a reason not to.
Not much news though. A couple things I wanted to mention though.
Yeah.
Sony released a PS5 teardown video last week. Did you watch
Is this
Boy, that thing's big.
teardown
is this
video?
is this one of those things where they go buy one and then just smash it in the parking lot? That
No, but that's probably coming up here soon.
yeah.
Yeah. Those guys are like 35 years old now.
Yeah.
Who did that with the Xbox 360. Anyway, so yeah, number one,
Yeah.
when the PlayStation 5 appears on screen fully assembled, because throughout the video they take it apart.
You hear the
Damn
crane
it.
backing up.
Does it-
Beep.
It's so huge. It's huge.
Does it come assembled out of the box? Do you have to is it like a model kit? You got to put it together?
You do have to put the stand on, I believe.
Oh, do you really?
Yeah.
What if
depending on what orientation you put it in, vertical or
I will be
horizontal.
I'll be doing horizontal.
Who's
as
got
I
high
do.
enough ceilings to put it vertical?
That's a good
You
question.
live in a cathedral?
I'm not sure. I'm not sure if it will fit horizontally in my entertainment center.
Oh, really?
I'm not sure.
I know for sure it won't unless I sit it on top.
Man.
Yeah.
But I also know for sure that if I sit it vertically, a good I don't know, foot of it will be
Yeah.
in front of my screen.
Yeah, really.
So
the Xbox can go horizontal
Yep.
as well, correct?
Yeah.
Not
yeah,
that-
yeah.
looks I find that design looks weird horizontal though.
I
Oh,
think
yeah, it
does too.
definitely
It's
is,
just- It
but-
does not.
Boxy.
It doesn't look right horizontal.
I don't know.
better
Again, I
vertical.
don't know if it's going to fit on my shelving unit vertically.
Yeah.
I guess we'll
I
find
think I
out.
might have to put my TV is on top of my entertainment center, not mounted on the wall or anything.
Right.
I'm wondering if I shouldn't like bring the TV forward and put both machines behind the
Not a bad
television.
idea.
At
Yeah,
this point.
actually, I may
Especially
have to
since
do
I'm
the
going all
same.
digital, I won't have to deal with
I
disk drives anyway.
I think the Xbox Series X, if you lay it horizontal, is just about as long as a PS4, a launch PS4.
Oh, is that right?
I think.
Hmm.
I want to say we figured this out before.
Right. I think that's right.
Yeah.
Yeah. But man, that PS5 is big. It's bigger than the guy who's doing the teardown. It's bigger than his torso. Like, it's large. It is.
But who's doing this teardown though? Is it like Dwayne the Rock Johnson?
No.
That'll be hilarious.
So I suspect they should have hired him, because then it would have looked relatively small. He's a big.
That's true.
He's a brawny fella.
It's a big. It's
a brawny
big
fella.
honking system.
Yeah.
But so as they took this thing apart, got to see things like the heat sink and the CPU cores and all this.
Oh man, the cores.
But especially so the plastic collars are able to be popped off. You can pop the collar.
Oh, you can pop the collars.
Pop the collar.
Pop the collars off.
Now we're talking some Kidz Bop 80s.
Which of course brings up the question: will third parties sell different collars or different like wings that you can put on this thing?
Oh, man.
Oh, absolutely.
And of course, people are going to be popping these off and spray painting them.
Yeah.
Oh, that's going to look great.
So at least you can spray paint in black.
Yeah, there'll be people who do that. Yeah.
I thought it was interesting when you did it. It was interesting to watch. I mean, it's very, it's cool to see the engineering inside.
Absolutely. Yeah.
The engineering of the stand was way more impressive than expected. Like there's a little spot to put the screw in, and you twist that around so you can place it horizontally, and it was like, oh wow.
But people normally lose the screw, so we put a place in the stand.
Yeah.
For you to store it.
And yeah, popping the collar off, and they showed the two little ducts where you can vacuum out dust. Their dust collection, and you vacuum out these ducts, and all I could think of was Mega Maid. I just want to see, because it's so big. I just want to see someone Photoshop Mega Maid over one of those.
What I'm looking forward
to blow.
What I'm looking forward to is seeing pictures of people's setups where they don't put the horizontal stand on. Like,
yeah,
for whatever reason, they don't put it on. They just leave it lopsided. That'll be fun. But so then it's also got a spot underneath the collar, underneath one of the collars for the NVMe SSD expansion.
One more time.
NVMe SSD expansion. Yeah. So now we know where that is. It's not a memory card type thing like on the Xbox Series X, but you have to take off the lid and put it in there.
Pull a little sticker off to expose the crevasse.
Yes. So yeah, pretty interesting video.
Yeah, pretty impressive array of heat sinks and piping and fans.
The fan was big too. That fan, large.
But I mean, that's going to be the biggest issue with both these systems, right? Is going to be all the heat.
So, well, I don't know if you saw people talk about the Xbox Series X, quote unquote, overheating because a couple people who have the machines have said it gets hot. No. It's like, the thing's not a handheld, and doesn't your PC run hot? Like, doesn't your Xbox One X run hot? Like, I don't know. I didn't see it as necessarily a cause for concern. Of course, we all know the Red Ring of Death thing, when the system got too hot that it like snapped some of the soldering on the board, and that's a problem then. But for now, anyway, I don't think like heat generation is terribly of concern.
And they're saying that the PS5 is, that I read somewhere that it doesn't get very hot at all.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and it's quiet, whisper quiet. Apparently, is the other thing, which is nice because mine sounds like a jet engine.
The funny thing about that comment is, I remember before other systems came out, we got the same kind of impression. Like, people said, "Oh, it's quiet. Oh, it's quiet." But then, like, the games come out that push the system, and that's when the fans really spin up,
and the systems are sitting on your shelf aging
and being used for multiple hours at a time. Like, you can't say that it's whisper quiet. I used it for 20 minutes. Yeah.
I'm just saying what I heard.
Okay.
I opened up the box and listened real carefully. I couldn't hear it making any noise.
Sound.
Well, I'm sure I'm sure that Digital Foundry will do a noise test, I believe they did for a few other systems as well. So we'll get the full read on that.
Get a decibel level for it.
We'll get a decibel level, exactly. But Sony also put out a FAQ on their blog site talking about backwards compatibility. So they've been a bit vague in the past about backwards compatibility and how everything will work. Now we have a few more answers about that, including the list of games that will not work on the PS5. So they said 99% of PS4 games will work. But they released a list that includes 10 titles.
What are they?
None of which...
Is it all like Spider-Man doesn't work, strangely enough? Hey, you can buy Spider-Man on PS5.
No, it's stuff like DWVR, which I have no idea what that is. Afro Samurai 2.
DWVR?
Yeah, that's what it... I don't know.
I don't know what that is.
Afro Samurai 2, Revenge of Kuma Volume 1.
Okay.
TT Isle of Man, Ride on the Edge 2. Just Deal With It, which is one of those... Deal With It is a card game. Remember when the couple companies tried to do the Jackbox thing? Sony's tried to do that with a couple of games.
Oh, yeah, right.
Smartphone.
Oh, yeah.
Those games. Shadow Complex Remastered, Robinson the Journey, We Sing, Hitman Go Definitive Edition, Shadwen, and Joe's Diner are the ones that don't work.
That's it?
Nothing to worry about.
That's the 10 titles.
So what you're saying is Gran Turismo Sport will work, so I'm happy.
That will work, yes.
Godzilla
as well
will work.
What's that?
My Godzilla game will work.
Yes.
Good.
Apparently.
Good.
Some games will include PS5 specific features, and already some of the studios have announced some of those things, like Ghost of Tsushima will have a 60 frames per second mode on PS5.
Yay, because that's like the PS4 game that I'm actually saving to play on PS5.
Yeah.
And load times were already pretty good on the PS4 version of that.
Nice.
So they'll be better apparently on PS5. So yeah, and then a couple of the other points in here. The PS5 camera will not work with PSVR. So you will have to keep that PS4 camera.
So then what's
the one that I pre-ordered?
No.
Wait, what?
You can cancel your pre-order for the PS5 camera if you think it's going to work with PSVR.
Then, so what's the selling point for the PS5 camera then?
Yeah.
I have no idea.
Like, why does it exist?
I have no idea. Probably, I assume for streaming. I assume it's very much like when the PS4 launched, where they wanted you to get the PS4 camera for when you were streaming to Twitch.
Sure.
So the PS5 camera does not function for PSVR.
Correct.
You need the PS4 camera to use PSVR.
Yes.
On your PS5.
Yes.
That's weird.
That is a little weird, but okay.
But you can't hook it up directly. You can't hook the PS4 camera up directly to the PS5.
Boy.
You have to get an adapter.
Oh boy.
That they have said it's going to be free for PSVR owners, but they have not said when it will be available or how you will get it. So
great.
I imagine it will be very hard to find immediately.
Have they said anything about, like, I assume you're still going to need the breakout box, right?
I assume, yeah. That is not in this.
So.
That is not in this FAQ.
I mean, if I could use the PS5 camera for the PlayStation VR, I would just keep that pre-order just to not have to worry about trying to get this free adapter that nobody knows when or where or how to get, but it just flat out doesn't.
Why do you think it's going to be free?
Because CJ just said it was.
They said it's going to be free. They said it's free,
and I trust CJ in every aspect of my life.
No purchase required.
Well, I mean, you have to purchase a PS4 camera, I would imagine.
Well, yeah, I guess that's true.
I mean,
but
I guess are they just going to give it to everyone who calls the number or types in a website.
What I assume
is it an honor system thing?
They probably will do the honor system
shipping
thing. And it'll be back ordered immediately.
You go to the website and click, I have 7,000 PS4 cameras.
And
then you set up an eBay account where you just sell those for $20 each.
Exactly.
Because you can't get them anywhere else.
Yeah, you will have to keep your DualShock 4 and Move controllers. Of course, it's not
Yes.
compatible with the DualSense. So
Okay.
We're still talking about VR, right?
we're still talking about PSVR. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I was going to keep that stuff anyway.
Yeah.
But
Right.
I don't know. It's sounding not all that
It's
built for PS5.
It's
anymore.
sounding more and more confusing, which is
Yeah.
not a good thing.
The PSVR experience, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Especially what should you do with your breakout box?
Well, luckily,
Yeah,
luckily the system doesn't take up much space, and it's got nice flat surfaces that will be able to just sit the breakout box on.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly.
There you go.
Fun times. So yeah, that's the news. So let's move right along
And
to what
I
you've been playing.
am out of
here.
You know, that Peacock streaming service
Yes.
that
NBC. Yes.
launched. They have old Saturday Night
NBC.
Lives.
Yeah.
This is one of the selling points
Okay.
of that. And they actually have like a lot of the old episodes.
Yeah.
But
Well,
unfortunately,
it's been going since the 70s, so
Yeah.
I know. Unfortunately, it's not the entire episode.
Oh.
And some of them are just the monologue and weekend update. So like 15
Really?
minutes.
really. So
like,
none
I'd
of the
imagine they-
sketches.
I'd imagine
Yeah,
they cut
none of
out
the sketches.
the musical performances, but
Yeah, the musical performances are cut out. Yes.
none of the
but
ske-
some
none
of the sketches are gone too, which is weird.
That is weird.
It's like, why? Maybe music rights or something. Who knows?
Rob
But,
Schneider is really demanding a lot of money.
Making the copies.
Yeah.
yeah. I was excited to watch some
Remember
of
when that was a
the
character?
some of the old late 80s, early 90s SNLs because that's
I know you're a Piscopo fan.
not at all. Not even a little.
You just had to pop in your That's News to Me 3DO game.
There you go.
Your Dennis
Well,
Miller fix.
I wish I had a copy of
So
that.
I watched two of the episodes. I watched the Rick Moranis episode because he was in the
Canadian
news
treasure.
recently. He was
Yep.
in the news recently
For all the wrong reasons.
for all the wrong reasons.
I know.
And then
Effing Americans.
The hell.
I
Monster.
watched Kathleen Turner's episode from like 1988. These were both 88s. And
Okay.
watched the weekend update. Wow, Dennis Miller is just bad. Like none of the stuff was funny. Like
No, his whole thing was that he was just really dry and
it's really bad.
sarcastic. Right?
And again, it was like 80s humor, like very
Yeah.
gay panic sort of
course.
thing, too. In the humor, I was like,
Well,
what?
I don't know if you've been following Dennis Miller lately, but
Is he?
he hasn't changed.
huh?
Is he quadruple downing on that?
Well, I mean, yeah, he's
Wouldn't
yeah.
wouldn't surprise me.
He's found an audience. Let's say that.
Okay.
Yeah.
He hasn't quite gone to Victoria Jackson level. But,
Well, I mean, he's
almost.
not.
Who's Victoria Jackson?
She was on SNL as well.
Who's the
and
high?
was also
the blonde with the high pitched squeaky voice,
Oh, that's
Yeah.
okay. Yeah, I know who you mean.
and she's like,
I didn't know she was on an SNL. I didn't ever know. I never watched SNL, so
"Oh, really?"
Oh, okay.
not really.
Yeah.
Jim Carrey. I watched when he hosted.
Right.
Oh, yeah. He was on
Oh,
In
it
Living
is.
Color.
Yeah, I know.
You
That's
were-
what I'm saying.
that's a
I
different
watched
show.
Yeah, no, I'm saying, but Jim Carrey hosted.
Right.
Yeah.
And he's playing Joe Biden now
Oh, is he?
on SNL. Yeah, it's I found that pretty funny. Anyway, let's get on to what you've been playing, and we'll start off with Phil.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
There we go. Excuse me. Pardon me. So you know what I picked up? Speaking of PSVR,
Oh, what?
although I won't actually be talking about the PSVR part of that. But I picked up Star Wars Squadrons.
Ooh.
I picked up
Well,
Star
there's no
Wars.
sept PSVR part of that. The whole game.
No,
is
you can
in
play
VR.
the whole game in VR if you opt to do so.
Yeah.
I have not tried it out yet. I'm nervous to do so. I played the first
Keep a bucket nearby.
couple missions,
Yeah.
and even just playing it in regular reality, where it
Mhm.
is flat on a screen.
Really? You got sick from regular reality Star Wars Squadrons? Is this what you're saying?
Well, no, it wasn't. That's
okay.
I mean,
continue
because I was in the middle of a sentence. You see,
continue on. I was going to be very surprised at what you were saying next.
No.
Okay, I'll listen intently.
All I'm saying is that
this is my intent listening face.
It looks pretty focused. I can sense your apt attention. You're going all over the place. You're flying around a lot. You're flipping, you're rotating, you're barrel rolling, you're flying in and out of crap. You're moving around a lot, is what I'm saying. And no, I of course I didn't get sick playing it on my TV, as I am not prone to motion sickness in that sense. But boy, it made me nervous about VR because, as we've discussed, I don't, I got some motion sickness playing Minecraft with the full maneuverability.
Yeah.
In that, the mission that I played of Ace Combat 7 in VR, because that has I think like 3 you can't play that whole game VR. They have their own little separate mode with like 3 missions. That I didn't really have a problem with the mission I played in Ace Combat, but boy, Star Wars, there's a lot more going on than there was in the Ace Combat missions. Because like Ace Combat, you're just you're out. You're dogfighting in the real world. So there's not giant flying battleships and giant structures that you're weaving in and out of and around as lasers are shooting everywhere and dozens of TIE fighters are whipping past you at super speeds. So there's a lot going on in Star Wars.
Awesome.
And I'm not super great at flight games, and I wasn't super used to the control yet, so I was banking and rolling a lot more than I intended to, just because I wasn't used to the controls yet. Sure. So I figured I need to get a little more accustomed to the mechanics of this game before I attempt VR. I hope I can do it because I love me some Star Wars. And being in an X-Wing or being in a TIE fighter and flying around with Star Wars music and sound effects and stuff is going to be really damn awesome. But I hope I can handle it. But the game seems pretty cool so far. Like I said, I just played the first couple missions. I'm
playing. Play both sides?
Well, yeah, because I'm playing the story mode.
Yeah.
And the way the story mode works is you come up with a rebel alliance character, and you come up with an Imperial pilot character, and the story kind of bounces back and forth between the two of them. Okay. So you'll play one mission as the good guys, and then you'll play one mission as the bad guys, and there's story chunks in the middle, and I'm sure there's things are gonna collide and cross over, and these characters will affect each other's story.
Is it all about a trade war on a distant planet?
Yeah, the heroes on both sides. The dead speak. Palpatine is back somehow.
Sure.
Spoilers.
Yeah, spoilers for a terrible movie, but the game seems pretty cool. It does. I was a little nervous about playing it because I had heard that it was quite difficult.
I hear a lot of people saying they're not good at it in multiplayer specifically.
We'll see. That's why I'm not even bothering with the multiplayer. I just want the story mode, and it turns out there is a story mode difficulty setting.
Okay.
Yay!
Which is good. I mean, it was still. It wasn't a cakewalk, but again, I'm not great at these kind of games, but yeah, I was able to get through the first couple missions with minimal problems, but it was enough challenge for me who, again, I stress, am not particularly skilled at these types of games. But yeah, it's fun. I'm enjoying it. I've heard the campaign is not terribly long, which again is a big plus for me.
Yep.
Because the game is it's like $40. It's not an expensive game, so I am all for shortened story mode experiences in these games. The budget price seems to be kind of reflected in some of the cutscenes because they go into almost like digital comic book style storytelling.
Okay.
Like they'll have like the full CG bits with characters walking around and talking, but then all of a sudden it'll go into, you're watching still images kind of moving around the screen with minimal animation. And so I'm guessing that's where some of the budget cuts came in, but
sure,
whatever. Who cares? It's fine. It's fun. I'm enjoying it. What else have I been playing? I've been continuing to play Hades and Undermine and Ease Origin, which I'm having loads of fun with all of those. So hooray. I picked up a cheap Switch game the other day. It's one of those games where it's like, oh, we're going to drop the price to like $1 or
I did that.
a dime or something like that. Yeah. What did you pick up?
I picked up Killer Queen Black.
I don't know what that is.
It was like 99 cents.
Well, are you going to talk about that in what you've been playing?
No, because I didn't play it.
Okay. What kind of game is it?
It is arcade style multiplayer game where you have 2 or more sides and you have to like guard your base plus attack the other team's hive, and there's like 3 different ways you can score. And it's Killer Queen it's like a retro arcade style game that's been very big on like the GDC and indie circuit. And then they did a home version called Killer Queen Black, which looks more like a 16-bit style.
Is it guaranteed to blow your mind?
Guaranteed to blow your mind.
It's a reference to a song.
Oh yeah. Is it really? Killer Queen?
It's an old Reo Speedwagon song. The game I picked up is a game called Squidlet, which is an homage.
Is a Crayola Scoot clone?
A homage?
It's a homage to Crayola Scoot. No, it's not. It's not
really.
It's not a Crayola Scoot. Isn't Crayola Scoot just kind of like Splatoon?
Yeah.
Is that kind of like budget Splatoon?
Yes.
Yeah. Now this is not a Scoot clone. This is a homage to Game Boy games.
Okay.
The old black and white or 4 shades of pea soup green. To be more accurate, because that is what it looks like. It is a little simplistic platformer where you are a squid.
Okay.
The squidlet of the title, presumably, and you attack by you jump. When you jump and then you do a double jump, as you do the double jump, you shoot a little glob of ink downward. So you need to. That's how you propel yourself upward. It's by. Well, you propel yourself upward by shooting the ink down, but that ink is also your projectile. So you jump. If you want to, there's an enemy walking in front of you, you jump, and just when you are right over the enemy, you jump again. The ink goes down and destroys. It's
like a butt stomp.
It's like a butt stomp, except it's more like a butt squirt.
When ink comes out of your butt.
Like a butt squirt.
It's like a butt squirt.
Yeah.
We've all been there. We're all human.
We're all in our 40s. Human.
Biology's a thing.
Sure.
It happens.
Yeah.
Speaking of stuff squirting out of your body, as I take a drink of water here.
Oh yeah, right. We need an update.
Yes.
I need to make an appointment with my urologist.
Pretty sure that water's killing you.
I was going to say my urologist, but I I know I'm old, but I don't want to be at the point where
You have a guy.
I have a
you
guy.
You have a urine guy.
Yeah. I
go
get
see
it.
my urine guy.
I get that I'm old. I know. But
Go
I'm
see
not ready. I'm not ready to say I have my urologist. I'm going to go see a urologist. If at some point in the future I need to see a urologist again, I don't care if it's a different guy. or a lady. I understand they let women be urologists these days.
Sure.
Progress.
You know? Yeah. But yeah, I'm gonna go. I gotta go see a urologist. Because I don't think it's there anymore.
Somehow it's gone.
Well, I mean, we say somehow,
Those
but
were
I mean
load-bearing
somehow
stones.
it came out of my
shorter?
penis. Is
Oh,
the somehow.
Somehow.
CJ looking shocked. I don't think he understood that was that's how
That's
story,
how that works. Oh,
I mean, when I
that's how the
brought
story
this up,
ends?
that's how the story ends. That's the
right.
that's the path to victory.
I don't
That's
know.
what
I thought you were talking about Squidlet because you were building up to.
No. I have not. I mean, obviously, I'm drinking water because it's water. It's good for you.
It's healthy.
It's
Healthy.
nature.
I've heard
it's
that.
nature's water.
Healthy. Yeah.
It's good for you.
Nature's water.
And it's. I've been drinking it and peeing, and I've not seen anything come out.
You haven't heard any stone-like sound against the wall of a toilet?
No
anything.
excruciating pain as something rakes across the inside of your genitalia.
No, that's I have this funnel. The urologist that I saw, who I am in no way affiliated with, gave me
a funnel.
Yeah, well, that was
to strain it.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a I could go get it if you really want to see
it. No, that's okay.
It's a funnel. The lower end of the funnel is still pretty wide, but it has a very fine mesh screen over it. And the idea is you pee into the funnel, and if you pee out a little rock, it catches the rock, and then you take it into the urologist, and then they admire it, run a test on it.
Okay.
Add it to the pile. I don't know what they're going to do with it. But it has been like 2 weeks now.
I think it's just found a free area, so it's not pressing on anything right now. I don't think you're out of the woods.
I don't know, but it's getting to the point where the urologist said,
well, like
come
everything
back
like everything in 2020, the release date has been pushed back.
That's true. This might be a 2021 release. We'll see what happens.
Might be.
Yeah, but the urologist said come back in like 3 weeks.
Which urologist?
Your urologist?
The fella I talked to. I don't know his name.
Your pee guy?
Johnny Piss. I don't know his name.
Oh, that got CJ.
Johnny.
He'll be giggling about that for 20 minutes now.
Okay.
I'm sorry. Dr. Johnny Piss.
Are you gonna when they come out? Are you gonna like make a ring or something?
Dr. I.P. Freely.
That's so juvenile, CJ.
Phil said Dr. Piss. And I.P. Freely is juvenile.
When it comes out, Greg, what you're supposed to do is eat it so that you gain its power, and it prevents you from getting more. It like builds up your immunity to them.
You reabsorb your energy.
Yeah,
that's right. Some minerals you want to reabsorb.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't wish pain on you, but I really hope that
that's not true.
It's during a pee break while we're recording, so we can hear you screaming.
Oh, absolutely. Oh, and don't think. Well, here's the if I step away, I always mute the mic. But boy, oh boy, if I feel it coming out, I'm rushing back in here and I am unmuting it so you get to hear everything. And I will bring you the damn stone and I will show it to everyone. So
I know you'll do that.
This is why it's worth watching the show on YouTube. You never know what you're gonna see. But anyway, the guy told me to come back in like 3 weeks, and he said, if it's still in there, we'll do what we got to do to get it out. Which
that sounds
done.
invasive.
Boy, it's invasive, and boy, not boy.
That almost makes peeing it out sound better.
Oh no, I really want to pee it out. Given the alternative,
So,
I
can
would
I ask
pee out
something?
like 5 of them. Yeah, go ahead.
Can I ask you, what have you been playing this week?
Well, I got this Star Wars game.
Okay.
Anyway, I'm hoping that, because it was apparently not big. It was not, it was not large. So I'm hoping that I may have just peed it out at some point.
Somehow I doubt that.
What? What's tell me your experience with kidney stones, Doc.
CJ's urologist.
Yeah. What does your guy say?
That doesn't happen.
My pee guy says.
Yeah.
No. I mean, just based on when people pass it and it being completely painful, even though it's super tiny, like I just don't think it would just disappear.
I mean, stop thinking what Dr.
years. Keep in mind.
I mean, maybe.
Keep in mind, years ago, I did pass one without realizing it.
Oh, okay.
Did you really?
Yeah.
So, I mean, they're just like the rest of your body. They're extremely small.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. And I know.
Oh, this story's still going on.
Anyone else might have been offended because they would think that you were making like a small wiener joke. But I know that's a short joke coming from you.
I mean your entire body.
I know that's a short joke coming from you. So I appreciate it.
You're welcome.
We're going to see what happens. Maybe it's like
I
said,
hope we don't see it.
It's been a couple weeks. I have felt no pain. We'll see what happens.
Drinking more water than you ever have in your life, I assume.
Oh boy, it's great. It's great. Anyway, Squidlet, the game about peeing out rocks, as a little green squid. Now it's a simple little platformer. It is designed to look and sound like an old Game Boy game, and it's not terribly good.
Yeah.
And this is coming from a guy who loves old Game Boy games. I love simplistic little platformers. I love the look, the sound of old Game Boy stuff. The music would potentially be good if it wasn't like a 10-second loop that just plays over and over and over again. And boy, there's something
that's
about
what Game Boy games generally were.
No, it is a short loop of music.
Okay.
It is a short loop of music. And it is not, Bubble Bobble, the Bubble Bobble theme is a relatively short loop of music. But boy, it's catchy as hell, and you can play through 100 levels of Bubble Bobble and not get annoyed with the music. But yeah, this, after like 30 seconds, you're not good. And there's something about the way the screen scrolls when you jump, because I mean, whenever you're attacking, you're doing a double jump. Yeah. So the screen is kind of constantly moving up and down as your character moves up and down. Yeah. And it's not good because you're constantly like losing sight of the ground as the screen scrolls up every time you attack. And it's like, I know the enemy's on the ground, but now the screen has scrolled down and I can't see the enemy. And did I kill the enemy or did I miss? And I'm going to land. And there's kind of a herky jerky motion to the scrolling of the screen vertically as well. Is not great.
So what you're saying is don't buy Squidlet.
Nah, yeah, don't worry about it. It's, I'm out, $1 maybe?
Right.
A dime. I don't remember how much it was. It was cheap. It was less than $1. So I'm not too heartbroken, but avoid my mistake. Okay. Drink more water.
Don't become like Phil.
What else have I, the only other thing I played, and I'm just going to touch on this briefly, because I've talked about my love of Minecraft on this show before.
Yes.
My son has been playing a ton of Minecraft. He has been playing so much Minecraft lately, and he's been getting into like more of the kind of technical side of things and doing stuff. And he has been asking to play the game with me lately. And it has been such a treat and so much fun. He will play this mode where I will be playing like on the Xbox, and he will be playing on his iPad. Okay. And we'll be linked up. We'll be in the same world. And he has been almost acting like a dungeon master. He'll generate this kind of flat world, and he will build this elaborate structure that I can go into and explore. And I have to mine all the materials that he's put in place, find little secret things that he's put in place. And then while I'm doing that, he's over, I'm in the survival mode. So I'm stuck, I can't fly around. I'm affected by gravity. I'm limited to whatever tools I can harvest, which is what he has provided for me to harvest. Meanwhile, he's in the creative mode, so he can do anything he wants. So while I'm working on one of these little islands that he's built, he's over like flying in the air, building a new structure for me to get to. And then eventually what I have to do is I have to harvest enough goods to like build a bridge up into the sky to get to this next little island that he's built. And then I go there and it's like, oh, suddenly now I'm finding better materials on this island and solving different little puzzles and tricks and traps that he has built. And then that progresses, and I keep having to like build over to new floating islands that he's constructed for me. And it's like, basically like he is acting as a DM, setting up little kind of micro adventures for me to continuously explore. And it has been a blast. He is having so much fun creating this stuff. And then I'm just kind of getting a peek into the way his mind works in terms of honestly level and game design that he is learning how to do by building this stuff.
Minecraft, yeah.
And I was just like, holy crap, this is amazing. This is
That's
really
awesome.
cool. And it's like good for him in the sense of like, this is kind of preparing him for potential jobs in game design.
Yeah.
Which is something that he has expressed interest in, certainly.
Cool.
So it's been a treat. And, if your kids are ever into Minecraft like that, take some time to play with them. And I
feel like it's a failure as a parent not to immediately talk him out of finding a job in game design.
Right.
Clearly, he's very creative and very dedicated. So those skills can be put to use in a lot of other fields, I'm sure.
I want my son to have the freedom to make his own mistakes. I
don't want him to learn from my mistakes.
Learn from his life experience. So, but yeah, and I'm not even saying this to like you two specifically, but if anyone listening has a kid who is into Minecraft or into a game like that,
sure,
where they get to design things.
Well, and there's a Fortnite creative mode. Like a lot of games for that age group have creative modes now. So
yeah, it's a blast, and I'm having so much fun. And he is just delighted by me sitting down and kind of exploring these worlds he's creating together. So it's pretty cool.
That's awesome.
I'm proud of my son. What do you think about that?
Excellent. I love it.
That's it.
Okay. Well, I've been playing a couple things. First of all, the Pikmin 3 demo, that went live after
I downloaded that
Treehouse Live thing last week.
But I didn't play it yet.
Yeah. I mean, did you play Pikmin 3?
Oh, yeah. I didn't finish it, but I certainly played it. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I finished Pikmin 3 on the Wii U. I loved it. I had not finished Pikmin 1 or 2. I always dropped out of those because they got too difficult. And then Pikmin 3, I just like blasted all the way through. But I'm not sure if I'm going to buy the full version. Although playing the demo, I played it co-op with my daughter Charlotte, and the co-op works surprisingly well, and it works from the very beginning in the demo. So even though the demo like starts you off as a single character trying to find the other three characters, you can start as a like the second player starts as a shadow of the initial character that you start the story with. So we played co-op for like 3 or 4 days of the story mode in Pikmin 3. And it's Pikmin 3, so it's a lot of fun, but they've made some improvements that are really nice for from a user experience perspective, like being able to press ZR to lock onto targets to throw the Pikmin at, which is very nice. And the map screen as well. So you press the minus button to bring out the map, and you can like select an area on the map that you want to walk to. And if you're not sure how to orient yourself within the environment, because it can be a little hard to navigate some of the environments in Pikmin 3 or in Pikmin in general, it'll not only like you can have it auto bring you to that area, so it'll just auto walk you over there, or it'll give you like an arrow trail to walk, so you can mark that on the map. And both players can do that independently. So you can have 2 players working on 2 different parts of the map and have like their arrows going where they need to be, which is kind of nice. But I enjoyed the demo. I don't know if I'll buy the $60 because it's $60, and I already bought Pikmin 3 on the Wii U and finished it. So I'm not sure if I want to spend that much for a Wii U remaster, but I don't know. They did add like a multiplayer specific mode, and all of the DLC that was in the Wii U version is included in this, which I didn't play any of. Nintendo also released those shorts, the Pikmin animated shorts that they did. Those were initially like those were 3DS purchases.
Yeah,
you had to buy those videos. They're just up on YouTube now.
Oh, nice,
for free. But so that comes out in a couple weeks on the 30th, and I hope I'm not tempted to buy it, because
you'll buy it.
It's like a couple weeks away at this point, and there are a bunch of games that I want to try. Yeah, less than a month at this point. But yeah, Pikmin 3, it was a great game on Wii U, and it's a great game on Switch. So apparently it runs at the same resolution as the Wii U version. It's 720p, even in docked mode. So no resolution bump there. And then I also watched Console Wars. So, and it looks
which
like
is why you brought up, I believe, NBC earlier.
No, it's not on it. It's not on NBC. Okay. It's a CBS All Access.
CBS All Access. I'm sorry.
In the US, yeah, which I do have.
Not in Canada though.
A membership for. No,
at least not when it was first released, because I signed up for All Access in Canada, and that was not available.
Oh, okay. Well, but you say on the outline here that you saw it. Where
I found a way to see it.
Found a way to see it. Okay, that works. So,
I mean, to be fair, I paid the exact same amount I would have paid to see it otherwise, because I was signed up for a free trial. So,
there you go. Yeah. So this is the documentary version of Blake J. Harris's Console Wars book. And it's a little different though. I mean, it's still Sega versus Nintendo, but some of the like main thrusts of the book, like some of the main set pieces, including the 1991 CES in Chicago, where there was that pricing war. It's like a big focus of the book. I felt it's like hardly mentioned in this documentary. It's much more just about the different cultures at Sega and Nintendo, and that sort of head in the marketplace than specific instances.
Yeah, I feel like it really it's definitely a supplement to the book. You're not getting what you're going to get if you read the book. No. But it's great to see. I mean, all of the major players they've interviewed, like current interviews with, which I believe even includes like Howard Lincoln and and who was the other Howard?
Phillips.
Howard Phillips.
And Peter
as
Main
well.
and George Harrison.
Peter Main, George Harrison, and Tom Kalinske, of course, and Al Nilsson, and
Ellen
Beth
Van
Van Buskirk.
Ellen Beth Van Buskirk.
That's it. Yeah, she has a lot of names. But it's really cool because like a few of those people, you don't necessarily. I don't think I've ever seen a video interview with Helen Beth Van Buskirk before.
Right.
I only know who she is because of Console Wars.
Yep.
But to see current day interviews with all of those people about this era is very cool. But again, it's a supplement. It would have been perfect as a DVD with the book.
I agree with that.
But really happy with it overall. I mean, there's a lot of great archival footage in there.
Yes.
One of the best. It's just cool to hear them reminisce about it.
One of the best things in there was the pitch from the advertising agency that did the Sega Scream and the Welco Metot Henex T level thing, like in there, like they have sections of their pitch video, which I thought was great. And just watching some of those old advertisements that Sega did was great.
It's funny, I was sitting there watching with your best friend Mike's best friend Jim, and we were sort of talking about, because we were both old men and we were both big Sega fans, and who doesn't remember those Sega Scream ads?
Absolutely.
And watching them again there, like I'd had this thought earlier too when I was looking something else up for the show, where it was like sort of the MTV generation 90s advertising. Seeing it now and being like, God, I am so glad ads aren't like this anymore. They're really hard to watch. Like it's just they're cut so fast and so frenetic, and it was very cool back when I was 16.
Right.
But now I'm just glad that all ads aren't, because all ads were like that for a while.
Oh yeah.
Like everything that was aimed at a younger, like a 25 and under market. But it worked. But yeah, it was really cool to see them because they focus a lot on the advertising and sort of Nintendo launching the Play It Now
Play It Loud
campaign ad campaign with their whole big on stage announcement of that. Was kind of interesting, and it was really
there's an
neat to see
anecdote
them.
in there. They had celebrities playing Sonic 2. But they had youth celebrities because they couldn't afford regular celebrities. So funny.
But I mean, you know what?
Joey Lawrence and Screech. It's like they couldn't afford
Screech.
The man has a name.
No, I don't.
Dustin Diamond.
Is that his? I didn't know his name. I assumed he had one.
But it was cool too because like they were showing the whole Play It Loud launch, and the men on the stage were definitely not like they didn't fit the mold of what they were trying to do. I mean, the Play It Loud thing still worked, but it was kind of cool to see that and follow the whole. And they even made reference to those great Crash Bandicoot ads, the great Sony ads where Crash was standing outside Nintendo's headquarters, and they show that
at the very end of the
basically they say Sony came in and ate everyone's lunch, but they sort of. It's cool to see them make those connections because obviously the guy that went to run Sony of America to launch the PlayStation was an old Sega person. And they, it was very cool. Very cool. Very well done. Because they mostly just let all the interviewees tell the story. So
it's true. And some of the CES footage is great. And just reminded me how all of those press conferences at CES of the past were so business oriented. Like we think of E3 presentations as like something consumer facing now because they are, but those old CES ones is really about buyers, and your customers are going to love these game tapes when they come in the store.
They were trade shows.
They were trade shows. Exactly. Yeah. But I mean, it's easy to forget that's what it was like. Like it was all business language, even when unveiling the Ultra 64 or the Nintendo 64, like how businessy that whole thing was. So
very cool.
Good documentary though. Definitely worth watching.
Yeah, and it's nice to see, especially like people like Tom Kalinske and
Al Nilsson,
and all those guys. They're not getting any younger.
No.
So it's nice to see all that stuff being committed to film, in their own words. And yeah, it's great. Great stuff.
Absolutely. All right. Then I think that means it's time for tweets.
Tweet.
All right. Hackerilius Coffin Colors says, you're alone, stranded on an island with a magic CRT TV and Super Nintendo. You can have one game from the SNES library for what may end up being years. What is your game of choice?
One game.
One game from the Super NES.
Yeah.
The cartridge that has Mario All-Stars and Mario World.
Not bad.
That's a cheat.
Not bad.
How is that a cheat?
Cheat at all.
How's that a cheat? That is a cartridge.
You're right.
There's one cartridge that has Mario All-Stars and Mario World.
You're right.
If you want to disqualify that one for completely arbitrary made up reasons because I am too clever for this question, then the answer is Yoshi's Island.
What's magic about the CRT television? Just that it can run without power?
Presumably.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'd probably say Super Metroid just because that's my favorite Super Nintendo game.
Really? Okay. I might say Earthbound.
Really?
I could play Earthbound a couple hundred times. That'd be fun.
Really?
I think it'd be fun.
Speaking of Super Nintendo,
I mean, that's not that Earthbound is bad, of course, but
I finally finished that game on the Wii U.
Oh, good job.
And really enjoyed it.
Speaking of Super Nintendo, another thing that's less than a month away is Extra Life 2020. It's on November 7th this year. And since this November marks the 30th anniversary of the launch of the Super Famicom, that's what my theme is going to be. Super Famicom games, Super Nintendo games.
Nice.
All right.
So I'm doing that thing that I do every year where you can donate $50 to sponsor an hour of the 24-hour stream, pick a Super Famicom / Super Nintendo game that you would like me to play for that hour, and I will do so. So extra-life.org, go find Greg Seward on there, and please make a donation and let me know in the note from the donation what game you would like me to play.
I believe the link is also in the show notes every episode.
I believe it is, yes.
All right. Let's do this one from Hacker Alias I finally watched, who said, I'm on the old episode when the crew is discussing Metroid Prime 3. Seward hates it. With a Metacritic of 90, it left me wondering if you guys have any takes on games that are almost completely opposite, good or bad, general consensus.
Tekken sucks.
That's weird. I really like Tekken.
Sucks. Wow.
I really like Tekken. I mean, I'm not going to say they're bad, but I get so bored almost immediately with most Rockstar games.
Same. I was about to say Grand Theft Auto.
Yeah, like Grand Theft Auto and Red Dead.
Red Dead, I'm on board with.
Actually,
Grand Theft Auto, I really enjoy, but
actually, I'm not going to say because I enjoyed the first Red Dead.
Yeah, Red Dead Redemption 2. Though.
Red Dead Redemption 2. I could not get into.
Yeah,
and none of the GTAs.
Yeah,
I've really enjoyed the GTAs. Well, some of them. GTA 3, Vice City, 5 were all amazing. But
yeah,
I liked the top down. I like Chinatown Wars.
You're weird.
I like
Chinatown Wars
GTA
was
1 and 2.
That's weird.
Chinatown Wars was great.
I played a fair amount of Vice City, and I played a fair amount of San Andreas.
Vice City got by on the aesthetics.
Oh, absolutely.
A lot.
Absolutely. And I played a fair amount of San Andreas, which
I didn't like that one.
Really?
I thought I would.
Yeah.
But I didn't.
I think I played more of that than I normally would have because I liked the characters. Like I like CJ. Which
thank you.
That's weird. That's weird liking a CJ, but I did in San Andreas. That's the first
big Baywatch fan.
First time that's ever happened. But yeah. Eventually, I get kind of bored with the GTA games and just start running around and just blowing stuff up.
That's kind of the point.
Yeah, and then like 4, I just couldn't be bothered with.
Yeah.
4 was pretty mediocre.
Really?
But 5 was really good. I thought 5 was really good.
Really?
DC in chat, BioShock 3, absolutely. BioShock 3.
Oh, BioShock Infinite?
Oh, Infinite, yeah. Infinite, yeah, which I played through.
Me too.
Me too.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, we all finished that game.
Great setting.
Yeah,
Not a good
Great
game.
setting.
yeah. No, I did not like.
Completely too long, too preachy, and the monster closets just
just
did not
fun.
fit that game very well at all.
No, it was not fun. It was that is one of the games that I've liked least that I forced myself to play through.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Because you kept waiting for it to get better.
Well, because
the previous BioShocks were really good. I know you weren't a big fan of 2.
Yeah, but
in general, they were good games.
Yeah, I love BioShock and everything about Infinite. I was so like, it looked beautiful. I liked the setting.
Me too.
I was just like, I gotta finish this because it's gotta get good at some point, right?
Yeah.
It did not.
Yeah.
Did not. But yeah.
After Final Fantasy X, I kind of dropped off Final Fantasy completely. Kingdom Hearts, and never really clicked with that.
No.
I want to say Skyward Sword, but I have no idea if the rest of the world likes Skyward Sword. And it was just like my friends who did. But I really liked Skyward Sword a lot.
I bounced right off of Skyward Sword. I also bounced right off of Twilight Princess.
Twilight Princess wasn't great.
Yeah.
Oh.
So.
All right, let's do this one from Agarelius Sorel Clay, who says, with one of the Smash Brothers character slots now being taken by an undeserving bland Minecraft character.
Wait.
I knew that would get you.
Wow. How's that?
And with 4 slots to go, what one character do you wish would have been put in his place? First of all,
Shadow the Hedgehog.
Well, here's the thing with Smash Brothers. I see Smash Brothers now not it's just like a celebration of video games in general, right? Like it's not only a Nintendo thing, like it's a celebration of games, and Minecraft is one of the biggest games that is out there. Like how is it completely out of place for a Minecraft character, Minecraft Steve and Alex and Enderman and the zombie?
Isn't Minecraft like the best-selling game of all time at this point?
I'm pretty sure it's very close to that, if not that.
So
how is it out of place?
Yeah, I know.
I mean, I think the difference is, of course, the audience for Minecraft skews a little younger,
of course,
than maybe some of your Nintendo fans that are older. But I don't think Minecraft is undeserving of a slot.
A lot of kids play Smash Brothers. I know.
Yeah, they probably have no idea who Solid Snake is.
Yeah, I know the angry 20-somethings, the angry 30-somethings who are on Twitter pissing and moaning about Minecraft being in Smash Brothers. Sure, but you know what? I bet there are a lot of kids who don't have their Twitter accounts who play Smash Brothers
and who are going to play the hell out of that Minecraft.
Are very stoked.
The car from Daytona.
What is this? What is this? Fighters Mega Mix?
Oh, that was such a great surprise.
I mean, I wouldn't be surprised to see Fortnite characters or some kind of Fortnite.
At this point, I'll be perfectly honest. I hope they throw friggin' Fortnite character. I hope they throw
just to see the fallout.
Five Nights at Freddy in there just to see people get pissed.
Five Nights at Freddy's.
Because if people got this upset about Minecraft, like
the characters from Among Us are going to be
the actual like best selling game ever, being in this game about popular characters fighting each other. Oh man, I really want to see the meltdown when they put Five Nights at Freddy in there. I'm sure
his name's just Freddy. Freddy Fazbear?
I don't know.
Something like that.
I don't know. Is Freddy
would probably know?
Is Freddy the I don't even know is there a main character in that game?
Yeah, well, isn't Freddy like the mascot of whatever that place is?
The mascot of the Chuck E. Cheese.
Yeah, it's a Chuck E. Cheese.
I don't even know what, because I see there's like a bunny. Is there a bunny? And a bear and like a wolf? Is the bear the main one?
You're asking the wrong person.
Yeah, I don't know. Five Nights at Freddy's fans, please at P1 Podcast. Let us know. Explain the lore of Five Nights at Freddy's to us, please. Because there's like 20 of those games at this point.
Correct. Yeah.
Yeah. Who cares, man?
Here's what would be interesting.
What's that?
And maybe this will never happen, but like, since it's a celebration of video games, and now we have two Microsoft characters in this with Banjo and with Minecraft. What about Sony? Like, if you could put Parappa in Smash Brothers, would you want?
Are you kidding? That's a silly question.
I know. Would you want?
You know what? Let's cut Mario.
Sackboy.
Let's Sackboy. I don't know. Get rid of Mario. We'll put Parappa in his place.
I'm down with it.
I'd be all for it.
I'm down with it. Yeah, I mean, they put Joker from Persona 5. Persona 5's not even on a Nintendo system. So at this point, what are the rules? I don't know.
But there are Persona games on Nintendo systems, right?
Yes. Yeah. But not Persona 5. Not I think a game with Joker only just came out very recently.
But Joker is in a game on a Nintendo system.
That I'm not sure of.
Okay.
But the game he originates from is Persona 5, and that is still not on a Nintendo system.
Okay. Yeah, I saw people complaining because they wanted like Dante from Devil May Cry and what's it? Nero? Is that the secondary protagonist?
I think you're right.
From Devil May Cry. It's like there was someone
I'd never used those characters.
Well, I saw someone complaining about like, having Minecraft in there is so stupid that like Nero from Devil May Cry could have been in there instead. And I'm just like, the secondary protagonist from a game that's from a series that's never been on a Nintendo platform.
Yeah.
Somehow makes more sense
than Minecraft.
Than the character from like, again, the best-selling game ever that's actually been on multiple Nintendo systems.
Yeah.
Sure.
But my vote would be Parappa. Put Parappa in there.
Parappa.
Yeah.
You know what? I know she is already in there as a spirit. Is that what they call them?
Yes.
The little kind of character modifiers. Shantae. That's exactly who I was thinking of. Yeah. It would be cool to see Shantae in there.
Yeah. Shovel Knight's not in there.
Yeah.
He's a Shovel Knight as
great.
well.
Yeah, he's a spirit. Yeah. Yeah. Throws. I mean, I know the whole indie game thing. There's like they're constantly doing crossovers. It's like how many games has Shovel Knight been in? Probably about 30 at this point.
At this point, right?
Not even counting the Shovel Knight game.
Yeah,
Shovel Knight has been in.
Well, Undertale only got costumes, right?
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah, get Sans in there. Oh, there's another one talking about games that are super popular that I just can't get interested in. Is Undertale. I gave that the old college. Yeah, I gave that the old college try.
Same here.
I did too. I want to try it again though.
Couldn't click with it. Yeah. But yeah,
I figured it'd be something that Charlotte might be into. We played a little bit of it.
Yeah.
And because it's a game you can either fight or just not
right
at all.
Yeah.
But she wasn't too into it. So I'll show her a video of her favorite variety streamer playing it, and then she'll want to play it.
Well, Finn's been starting to like Finn will be bopping around the house like humming a little song to himself.
Yeah.
And I'm like, Finn, what is that song you're singing? I swear I've heard it before. And he's, oh, you don't know what this is? And he's all like, really? You don't know this one, old man? And I'm like, I don't.
Happen more and more.
I don't. Yeah. What is it? And he's like, oh, that's from Undertale.
Oh,
and I'm
there
like,
you go. He knows the music.
You don't know what Undertale is. How do you know?
Yeah.
You haven't played it, but
you should have him play it.
Well, he might actually, because it's because he's watching all these like Minecraft streamers and crap like that. So so Undertale gets brought up through that stuff. So
yeah.
So he knows Sans and Papyrus, I believe, is he's the Bert to Sans's like Ernie. But yeah, so he knows the characters and he knows the music and stuff. So it's a matter of time before he decides he wants to play the game. But
all right.
Yeah. But you know what? Who cares, man? Throw everyone into Smash Brothers.
Throw everyone in Smash Brothers.
Make it. You know what? Make it like the new Mortal Kombat games where like RoboCop and aliens are in it and crap. Who cares, man?
Put some Mortal Kombat characters in there.
Get Shaggy from Scooby-Doo in there. Oh, did you see the new Mortal Kombat character? The new guest character that's coming into
Rambo
the game?
Coming?
It's John Rambo.
Yep, that's great.
John Rambo.
I love it. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, and that game, speaking of Mortal Kombat 11, is the recent one. They announced that's going to have free next gen upgrades.
Yes, they did.
Which is kind of because I actually have that on PS4.
Yeah.
So now I have it on PS5 as well.
Excellent.
Huzzah.
Yeah.
All
right, let's do this one from Hacker Alias Player One Sin, who says, what are your personal preferences?
That's not affiliated with us, is it?
No, it's the Player One show out of Australia.
Oh, okay.
You know that one.
Oh, we're best friends now.
We're best friends. We're best friends with them now.
One of those bootleg.
After CJ sent a cease and desist.
I did not do that.
Once he got our lawyers in.
Exactly. They say, what are your personal preferences on next gen? Which console has caught your eye, whether it be design or potential launch library?
Boy, the PlayStation 5 is ugly.
Design, none of them.
Yeah.
Not particularly any of them. I mean, they're fine.
Well, when we renovated it 8 years ago, we got rid of all our fireplaces, so it'd be nice to have a chimney in the house again. But other than that,
a giant white slab or a big black cube.
Yeah.
They're both terrible.
Games wise, PlayStation 5.
Yeah, same with me.
Yeah.
Killer. I was trying to I'm getting an Xbox Series X mostly for the show.
Right.
But somebody was asking me last week, like, what game are you buying it for? And I couldn't name one.
No.
I couldn't even name what's coming out.
PS5
or Xbox Series
Xbox,
X.
Yeah. Okay.
Xbox.
The killer app is Game Pass.
Yeah.
The killer app is Game Pass, but then also for me anyway, I'm buying multi-platform games on the Series X.
Are you?
Really?
Yeah.
Well, you've got Sea of Thieves going on there, so you've got a crew.
Well,
right?
that's true.
Like,
I said multi-platform, not multiplayer, but multiplayer too. But for me, I think my launch window lineup for Series X is Assassin's Creed Valhalla. I'm really interested in the Falconeer. So this is a game. It's an air combat game where you are atop giant birds. So it's kind of like Panzer Dragoon meets Crimson Skies meets Star Fox type of thing. It looks great. Tetris Effect Connected. That'll be, of course, on Game Pass. I'm definitely playing that. And then Immortals Phoenix Rising. Ubisoft's little Breath of the Wild like game.
What is tell me more about this Tetris Effect?
The multiplayer version of Tetris Effect.
Really?
Yeah.
Did I know about this? I had to have heard about
it. It was
this
in one of the Xbox presentations.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I'll play that. Absolutely.
Hell yeah.
This
And
Tetris
then on PS5,
Again,
it's on Game Pass. Yeah.
Good.
Sackboy: A Big Adventure. I think I'm getting that. Play that with Charlotte. Then Spider-Man: Miles Morales Ultimate. So
yeah,
play both of those. Bug Snacks got announced as a launch game for PS5. So interested in that. Yeah.
Are
for
people
me,
actually
as far as PS5? It's Miles Morales and Ratchet and Clank.
Yeah,
those are the two games that I'm excited for that system.
Ratchet, I hope they announce a release date for that. That's not too far into 2021.
Yeah.
Very excited about that.
Yeah, PS5. I want Miles. I want Ratchet. I want the whatever the little Astrobot thing is that's gonna,
which apparently is like a 4 to 5 hour game.
That's fine.
It comes preloaded. So
that's perfect. I will play that. Yeah, Xbox, same thing as Greg. I'm just kind of getting it for the show.
Yeah.
I want Flight Sim.
Game Pass is great. I really want to play Flight Sim.
Oh, yeah, and absolutely. I mean, yeah, Game Pass is the killer app.
Yeah. Well, you'll play Minecraft
Xbox
on it.
For sure. Yeah, no, I'll certainly play Minecraft on it. Finn will play Minecraft on it. For the PS5, I already have the Lego Star Wars game ordered for that. that got pushed back till next year, but
Yeah.
I'll be playing that on PS5. But yeah, I'll play this Tetris Effect certainly, because Tetris Effect is so good.
Yeah.
Tetris Effect is so good.
All right, let's do this one from Hackralius Generic Interweb, who says, just got myself a PSVR for Squadrons. That's Star Wars Squadrons.
Yes.
And I've discovered I get motion sickness.
Uh-oh.
What are some steps you take to overcome it?
Don't play the games that make you sick.
Seasick bands, and they help a little. Yeah, with VR specifically, I don't think there's very much that you can do, unfortunately.
Don't play Minecraft.
I mean, I hate that that's the response, but
kind of the response.
I mean, if those games, there are just certain games you'll find that, in my experience, certain games you'll find that'll, and I don't suffer from motion sickness all that much.
Yeah.
Right.
They just don't happen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And for me, unfortunately, it's always racing games, which is the whole reason I wanted the stupid thing in the first place. I cannot play, like I've played GT Sport, the VR races that are in GT Sport, sick immediately. And Dirt 2.0 or whatever one had the VR mode, I played that and it was amazing, but I couldn't even get through a full stage and I was ready to throw up. But other stuff for the most part have been okay in VR, but yeah, like if there's a certain type of game that messes with your head, it just messes with your head.
If some of the games have like a comfort mode, like Wipeout, I think has like a setting that is specific.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Which I have found, as someone who does get sick playing racing games in VR, I found that comfort mode in Wipeout actually wasn't bad.
Yeah. But otherwise, take Dramamine before you play, a couple hours before you play. And then he said that you got the seasick bands. I have never had success with those on video game motion sickness.
But you have a pretty extreme case of video game motion. Like you don't have to be in VR to get sick playing a video game.
That is for sure.
Yeah, and you've been like that for a long time.
And you can try those chews, those.
They're called edibles.
No.
Oh, Canada.
I'm forgetting the name. Ginger chews. Ginger helps with that a little bit too.
Boy, I saw her at the Spearmint Rhino a couple years ago. She was
Ginger chews.
Yeah.
Oh.
Oh my God.
All right, let's finish up with this one from Hacker alias Martis 3C, who says, with the incoming new console generation, what do you think has the best lineup of launching games for previous console generations?
Dreamcast.
Say it again. Oh,
best launch lineups from previous, like which console has had the best from previous?
Dreamcast. I think it has to be Dreamcast.
I think the PlayStation 2 launch lineup was excellent as well.
Really?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. Yep. I think Dreamcast might have been my favorite as well.
What was the PS2 launch lineup?
I mean,
Ridge
for
Racer
me,
5.
There's Ridge Racer 5. There was SSX, which was kind of an unexpected treat.
Yeah.
Kessin. Because I know you like your Koei.
It has it. I'm not saying just for me,
Sims.
but it had it. I found it had a decent amount of different types of games.
I think you know what? I think it was a lot of games that I didn't care too much about.
Sure.
Yeah, that's I guess that's the problem. Yeah,
I mean, I'm coming at it from the completely opposite end of that spectrum, where there were a lot of games there that I was interested in.
Right.
I'm just looking it up real quick here. So, like, PS2 launch titles were Armored Core 2, Air Combat. Oh, wait a minute, this is PlayStation 1.
Wasn't that Tekken Tag? Wasn't that
there was a
launch?
lot of them? Yeah. So there's Armored Core 2, Dead or Alive 2, Dynasty Warriors 2, ESPN Track and Field, ESPN X Games, Eternal Ring, Evergrace, Fantavision, Gun Griffin Blaze, Kessin, Madden, Midnight Club, MotoGP, NHL 2001, Orphan, Cue Ball, Ready to Rumble, Ridge Racer 5, Silent Scope, Smuggler's Run. Oh, Smuggler's Run. There was another one.
Smuggler's Run,
SSX, Street Fighter X3, Summoner, Swing Away, Tekken Tag Tournament, Time Splitters, Unreal Tournament, Wild Wild Racing, and X-What. That feels like
that's a lot of games.
It is a lot of games.
That's a lot of games.
Yeah.
But it had a big launch lineup. That was my point.
Yeah.
So there was kind of something there for everybody.
Although I do remember, because I like, you're reading that list and I'm just like, like none of those are really
Sure.
in
Doing
my
it for you?
wheelhouse.
Yeah.
No.
Hmm.
But because I bought a PS2 at launch, and I remember I bought Tekken Tag. I may have bought Ridge Racer 5. I bought Street Fighter
Yeah.
EX.
Ugh.
Yeah, which didn't
That
get
was
much
not a good
play because I
game.
was busy playing Tekken Tag.
Yeah.
Because I like the Tekken games. And I
Oh,
think
most people do, and
yeah.
for good reason. They're good games. I just don't
I
like
think
them.
I think I even bought Unreal Tournament because I was just desperate to get something. You know, I just wanted
Really?
another game.
What?
Yeah, I
Wow.
believe I just bought Unreal Tournament and played it
Yeah,
a couple
that was
times
not
and
my
then sold
experience
it.
with PlayStation 2.
Yeah.
Huh.
I think I
Yeah.
walked out of the store with Ridge Racer 5 and
But Dreamcast was like
SSX
Sonic
and-
Adventure, Hydro Thunder,
Soul Callie.
Soul
it was great.
Callie. Like it was.
yeah.
There were a lot of great games
Yeah.
on day one for Dreamcast.
Yeah.
And honestly, I couldn't tell you what the launch lineup was for consoles after that.
I know, right?
Like I'm trying to think of even Xbox and GameCube. And not to
GameCube
mention
was
Halo, Luigi's Mansion.
Yeah, Luigi's
Was Pikmin a launch title? No, and Smash Brothers came out like a week or two after launch.
Did it?
was it that
Yeah.
close to launch?
It was
I
Really?
didn't realize it
close,
was that
yeah.
close to launch.
Yeah.
Was Wave Race a launch game?
Yeah, Blue Storm.
Blues? No, it wasn't.
No.
I don't
What?
think so.
It had to have been.
I love it.
I
We're
bought-
just
I bought
all
the hell out of that. Anyway,
Well, especially considering like we are sitting here in front of computers that could tell us exactly.
exactly what the
Let's
launch
see
lineups
here.
were.
Hang on a sec. Hang on a sec. U.S.
Yeah.
launch for GameCube: All-Star Baseball, Batman Vengeance,
Ooh.
Crazy Taxi, Dave Mirra Freestyle, Disney's Tarzan, Luigi's Mansion, Madden NFL, NHL Hits, Rogue Squadron 2,
Oh,
Yeah.
Super
there you
Monkey
go.
Ball,
oh, there you go.
Ooh,
Rave, Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 3, and Wave Race Blue Storm. You're right.
there you go.
Okay.
Wave Race.
I was wrong.
There it is.
So good. So good. I
It
love
was
Wave
not
Race.
good, but
Blue
anyway.
Storm. I love that game. Anyway,
But
before
hey,
we
the
go,
Xbox launch had Shrek.
I reviewed that. It was terrible.
The Shrek game.
Terrible. I saw, by the
forgot
way,
about that.
Blinks
Mad
is getting
Dash Racing.
HDR on the Series X.
But what about Blinks
ready.
2?
I don't know. I don't know about that one.
You know, I got to say, though, the Xbox was the only game that had 2 NASCAR games at launch.
Oh, is that right?
That might be why I chose it.
Huh.
What about Sneakers? Is Sneakers getting an update?
Sneakers wasn't, yeah.
Sneakers. Sneakers was a Toys R Us exclusive.
Yes, it
It
was.
was a
I
Japanese
remember going
launch
and
game.
buying that.
Toys
All
R Us
right.
exclusive.
Before we go, I want to
Uh-huh.
give an update here on the Crash 4 It's About Time giveaway
Yes.
that we were running this past week. First of all, thank you so much to all of the people who wrote reviews of the podcast in Apple Podcasts. It turns out we got 65 entries.
Wow.
to
That's
the
awesome.
contest.
Thank you very
Yeah.
much.
So is the entry period over?
It is over.
Okay.
You
So
can no longer the winners have been selected. In
have
fact.
they you've selected them already?
I have selected the
You,
four.
so you have
winners.
a 4 in 65 chance of winning.
That's right. Pretty
So-
good odds,
Those
really.
are not bad odds.
Not bad odds.
You could do worse.
Exactly. But thank you again to Activision Blizzard who gave us the codes for Crash 4 It's
Yeah.
About Time. That is available on PS4 and Xbox One currently right now. You can buy
Yeah.
it if you didn't win it.
And it's pretty good.
And hey, yeah.
And
it's
we've
a good-
tested it.
It's a pretty good game.
It's a pretty good
pretty
game. Yeah. No, it's good.
Congratulations specifically to Hacker Alias's Heelmart,
Oh.
Tiger Riot,
Ah,
Drew Sick,
Yeah.
and Shark versus Zombie 1.
Wow.
I'll be sending those people the codes shortly.
congratulations.
Yes.
And thank you again for all the reviews.
You should have a little
Yes.
crowd cheering sound effect play here, CJ. Yay! Kind of thing.
We can't afford that.
Or you could just use the lady in labor.
Pregnant lady
kind of
screaming.
I mean, that is the first thing we ever bought with show funds.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Phil's,
our-
CJ's looking for it.
He's looking for it now.
That or no?
There it is. Congratulations, winners. You did it.
Oh, there we go.
Oh, we did.
You know, there is an edit. CJ, did you ever release that?
What?
Did you ever release the edit of the show where we had sound effects?
Wasn't
I think I did.
Was that the episode 0 that it was just YouTube?
I don't think it was officially released, was it?
No.
No,
But it's got sound effects.
There was an edit somewhere of the episode 0 where CJ added sound effects.
Yeah. Were you doing like a morning zoo kind of thing?
Yeah, a little bit. Yeah.
You know what's crazy is that's all one sound effect. You have the pregnant lady screaming,
and then the kids cheering,
the crying child having just been born, and then the crowd of children cheering. Your sound effects are cutting off for me,
big
CJ.
time.
Are they? Okay, I don't know.
Yeah, like I'm only hearing, like I only heard part of lady screaming, and for your rim shot, I heard the drums, but not the cymbal crash.
Ah, well, that's too bad.
That's
a shame. That's a shame.
Which is hardly a rim shot at all. Sneakers, by the way.
Yeah.
You can buy copies of Sneakers for $10 to $15 depending on
I have. Well, why would I want to buy a copy? I have it.
Gotta catch them all.
New,
man.
It was new.
I'm just for the benefit of everyone. You can get a copy of Sneakers for relatively cheap.
Thank you for that.
So,
alrighty, and then as our show for this week, thank you very much for listening. If you have a question for us or would like to comment on something you heard, you can direct that to @P1 Podcast on the Twitters, or you can go to our internet website at player1podcast.com. There you'll find our contact information. You'll find blog entries about Sega CD from Mr. Greg Seward.
Yes, work is progressing on the next one.
Excellent. You'll find Generation 16 episodes.
Yep.
The
rough edit of the new episode is about roughly a quarter done.
Very nice. Very nice.
On our
You'll
way.
find show notes and links to all the things we talked about during this episode, and you will find a link to our Discord server where you can discuss this episode and other episodes and whatever else you want to discuss with us and our other listeners.
If you would like to subscribe to the Player One Podcast, you can do so by visiting player1podcast.com or by loading up whatever podcast listening app you're using these days. So I'll leave that up to you to decide. You can also find us on Stitcher Radio. We're on Spotify. You can like us on Facebook. You can watch video archives of our show or watch us live most weeks on the youtubes.com/P1 podcast. Follow our Twitter account at P1 podcast to find out when we are broadcasting our next live show. It is usually every Sunday, 5:30 specific time. So, just so you know. Yeah. If you'd like what you've heard, and how could you can head over to patreon.com/P1 podcast. Throw a few shekels our way because CJ's got some copies of Sneakers to buy. He's building a table.
No,
he's building a table out of copies of Sneakers. It's for his game room.
No.
It's going to be his ironic game room decor.
Sneakers, Bubsy, Army Men games.
I mean, he does have an office to decorate now.
Yeah.
It's technically not my office, but sure.
Yeah. But an office.
I guess that's true.
Yeah. Hey, if you have a couple, now let's hold off on that. I'll tell you about the benefits for our Patreon friends. If you are a Patreon patron of the $5 tier,
cheap.
There it is.
Oh, there it is.
Remember that next time, Phil. Give me a little beat.
If you're a Patreon friend of the $5 tier,
cheap.
There it is. You gain access to a special weekly bonus episode where we play games, we crack wise, we have fun doing all the stuff we can't do on the regular show. You got a game for us this week, CJ?
Yeah, sure do.
What is it?
I don't know which one it'll be, but it's Jeopardy.
We got a Jeopardy game. Those are always a hoot and a holler.
Yeah.
So
they are. It's true.
Please look forward to that. Hey, if you want a sampling of what we're doing with those, CJ every Thursday is releasing some of our old, like from a couple of years ago, bonus shows on our regular podcast feed, so you can listen to some of those old ones. They're evergreen. You
True.
know, we're playing
True.
games, we're doing trivia crap and stuff. It's usually fun. We're not talking about current games, so yeah, have some fun. Kick back, gather your family around during these troubled times and take a load off your mind and your soul. Listen to some Player One podcast, won't you? If you have a couple bucks left over. And how
Also
could you?
cheap.
Oh, is that where also cheap is
I
going?
don't know. That's the best I can think of.
Yeah, we're
There you go.
spitballing it. We'll
Okay,
see
we'll
what
keep going. We'll see if we have
there's,
another spot here.
there's no wrong answers here. You can go to generation-16.com where you will find the Patreon link to help support Greg Stewart's outstanding, and it is also cheap. Podcast about North America's favorite runner-up in the console wars, the Sega Genesis.
That's right. And if you support the show to the tune of $5 an episode, which is also
cheap. Am I
there you
supposed
go.
to say
Yeah,
it
I think
now?
we switched roles.
Boom.
Also
Boom.
cheap.
You get access to weekly video blogs about the show, and I talk about CJ and Phil a little bit, what I really think of them.
Yeah.
I got to start listening to these.
Yeah.
Every week.
There it is. So please enjoy that. Let's see. Is that it?
I think we're it.
That's what we usually do.
it.
Congratulations once again to our winners of the Crash 4 It's About Time contest. We appreciate all of your reviews that all of our wonderful listeners sent in to enter that contest.
Yes.
And CJ,
Yeah.
thank you, of course.
Thank you, Phil.
Yes, of course. Gregory,
Yo.
thank you as well.
Thank you, Philip.
And of course, thank you to our wonderful, wonderful listeners, every single one of you. Please take care of yourself, your loved ones,
And your love life.
and your
that
love
too.
life.
Yeah.
Why not, man? Wear a mask, for crying out loud. Take care of yourself. Be safe. Be good. We'll see you next week. We hope.
Bye-bye.